Good evening. This is the market update for buy sell short for Thursday, June 21st. And well, what happened today? The sky fall, big retreat in stocks on Wall Street after the Fed announcement yesterday. Fed promising to do more if needed, extended Operation Twist. Market sold off, then it rallied back, and we actually closed pretty strongly. Today, we had some economic data, didn't come in as expected. Philly Fed, another red reading on that report. But what really accelerated the selling today was those crooks from Goldman Sachs. Now, before I tell you what they said, recall just a few short weeks ago, these were the same guys who come out over here, up here at 13,000 plus, and said, this is a generational buy in stocks. Everyone should be buying stocks right now. And the market went splat, as you know, over the last 2 months since that call. So this morning, the geniuses at Goldman Sachs come out and said, we say it's time to short the market. We expect a 5% drop in the market. And for some reason, traders listen to these guys. I mean, I don't know why they listen to these morons anymore. These are the same clowns that said early in the year that oil was going to $170 a barrel, and here we are 50% below. They said this was a generational buy. Now they say it's a sell. Why listen to them? Of course, probably what the real reason out there, and we learned really late in the day, after all the friends and family, of course, had been given the phone call. Moody's, per CNBC, was saying that they are going to downgrade a bunch of major U.S. banks today, supposedly in after hours. I haven't even looked to see if they have, in fact, done that. Who really gives a shit is all I say. Why anyone even listens to those crooked, incompetent morons is beyond me. As I've said many, many times, if these rating agencies were weathermen, their weather reports would go like this. Yesterday, it rained. That's the extent of the usefulness of these rating agencies. The last time we had this kind of sell-off on a rating agency bank downgrade of the U.S. banks, you recall it was a few months ago, and the rumor then was S&P was going to come out and downgrade the major U.S. banks. Market sold off 200 plus points, if I recall, on that day. S&P came out, downgraded the banks, and the market romped the next day. So let's see if the same thing happens again. I haven't looked, but I really hope they do officially come out with it, because it should be a nice little day tomorrow if they do. A lot of strength in the market today, despite the ass whooping the major indices took. I mean, that sell-off that really took hold after the Goldman Sachs note was on extremely low volume. I mean, they were just ticking the market down, down, down. No one was stepping in to buy. No one was really selling. Of course, as is usually the case on a down day like this, they flush and scare everyone out at the close, take all the stops, probably setting us up tomorrow for maybe, let's see, what do you think they'll give us tomorrow? 100 plus point rally maybe? No economic data in the morning. So, let's see. We got a pullback right back to the 20-day exponential. We also closed under a 38% Fibonacci retracement from the lows in June up to the recent high a couple of days ago. So that too offers a nice little bounce point. Now, they could be saying we're eyeing for the 200-day moving average down here, but I really think we're going to find very strong support around the 12,400 area if they even push us there. If we look at the 15-minute chart, you can see we are oversold on RSI. We are about to get a positive MACD cross. Stochastics are in the basement. They scared all the sellers, hopefully, out going into the close. So, I would really not be surprised to see the market up 100 plus points tomorrow. Doesn't matter what the news is. If they want us up tomorrow, they'll manufacture some sort of crap. But anyway, this is a stock picker's market and continues to be so. Every day we've got 1 to 3 of our swing plays going kaboom. Today it was CRME. We were really patient on this one over the last couple of weeks as it consolidated down here. This morning, out of the blue, market down 180 points. 1 million share block buy at 41 cents, and that set this stock going. We traded as high as that resistance at the 50-day moving average. So this is the area we are going to be watching closely tomorrow. A breakthrough that, we could be looking for that move to the 57-60 cent area. RSI up through 50. Stochastics still under 50. Positive ADX cross looking really, really good here. This is definitely one, if they do manage to shake out some shares, that I would be looking to add to positions on. CBK, quick mention on this one. I tried not to call a whole lot of stocks today in the chat room because I know when the market gets like this, a lot of you guys get really, really nervous. You sell, then you regret it, so I held off on this one. But, for those of you with balls, definitely a chart to check out. Looks like another bottoming action. Got a mid-morning spike despite the sell-off in the market, and actually was still able to close green. It held green even with the market selling to the downside. 117 to 120 break, and this one could see a pretty substantial bounce back up to that 50-day moving average. Chart looks really, really nice. Indicators are nicely bottomed. So for those of you with balls, definitely one to check out. ALVR doing pretty nicely. Up slightly on the day despite the market selling off. Remember how CRME was? Probably the same thing is going to happen on ALVR. Just out of the blue, it's going to pop 25%. Just a matter of patience. HIMX, new trading alert today on this one. Market sort of crimped it on the close, and I know some guys shit their pants, and probably so, which is why we saw that late day weakness today. Nice symmetrical triangle breakout here. 191, the 20-day exponential. 50-day 201 to 220 is the target. 180, 182 stops. Positive MACD cross. Stochastics up through 50. Any sort of greenage on the market tomorrow, and this should be a very, very nice mover. Sticking with the tech theme, we jumped into some ZHNE yesterday. Volume really, really low today. 22K, which I think is perfect. Couple of weekies sold out of it. So be it. And we're selling this stock at 90 to $1 in the near term. Their loss, our reward, is all I got to say on that one. Case in point, TXZCC. Boom, boom, boom. Last 2 days. Even today with the market in the toilet, this one went boom. You recall what I said a couple of days ago when we jumped into this one and they painted it down to $1.20, just setting the stage for a nice bounce back to the 20-day exponential. 143 to 160 plus is our target on this one. Fat positive MACD today. Stochastics still in the basement. Unbalanced volume looks good. RSI looks good. A nice chart, bottom play that we are swinging and we are banking in. Simple as that. OPXT. Monster Force 2 days ago. Retraced nicely today. Picked up some more. $1.12. The one we are watching, of course, OCLR had a little dip. Of course, OPXT had more of a dip, even though it didn't run as much with OCLR. But that is the nature of a red market and scared traders. But we had a nice rebound on OCLR. And you recall many times on these breakout plays, we'll see couple of big up-day moves. A red move to scare traders out, trigger stops, pick up some more shares, and then typically within a day or two, we see a push to new highs. $3 is the level we are going to be watching for on OCLR for a scalp ad. Now, I did mention in the chat room, this is one I'm keeping a close eye on because it actually has started to become really in tune with the market. So, a bounce in the market. This is definitely a stock that moves with the market now and could give a nice little 10-15 cent pop in the market as we wait for that big breakout on the chart. Of course, OPXT is the one we're really locked and loaded and waiting on. NVAX, the slow breakout continues. We close right at another breakout. I mean, I'm cool with this one going up 1 cent a day, over the next couple of weeks to target at 139 plus. Works for me. Gain is a gain. Slow and steady is the game, and this one has continued to slowly break out. Although I do suspect we will see one of these big candle days. Hopefully, it's tomorrow. AVII picked some up here, 70 cents. I like the setup. I'm looking for a move to the 50-day at 77 and then the 200-day at 93 cents. This is a stock we've picked up on one of our new scans that has been ripping off monster winners left and right. So a little bit of patience in this one. The indicators are nicely oversold. Was dancing around at the close. Tried to break out early in the day and had pretty decent volume. So any sort of green market, I think we're going to see this one go boom like MOTR did for us yesterday. Kaboom! Nice what? Actually, that was 30% gain for us over the last couple of days. So, I mean, these swing plays that we're in, at least one of them to three of them are running every day, which is perfect. It lets us jump into new plays, book profits, roll out. 20% is a decent target objective for all of these swing plays that we are sitting in right now. Now, dog stock of the day, of course, goes to SVNT. Ended up letting this one turn into a loser from a very nice winner on the spike early in the day. Again, this is probably these douchebags, Tang Capital, that are mega short on the stock trying to hold it down. Big options volume, buy volume on this one early in the day, which spiked the stock. You had those option monster site pumping the volume on this one, and that brought a lot of volume in. And of course, with the market selling off, the shorts were able to push it to the lows. Going to give it a little bit of rope here. I'm looking for a snapback with the market tomorrow. Not sure where my stops are. It's one that we can trade out of. As you can see, it bounces back and forth. But, you know, just a little bit annoying that let a loss turn or gain turn into a loss on this one. But we'll get our revenge on this stock over the next couple of days. So that's it for the video. I know you guys are a little concerned about the market. Big sell-off really over today's session. But as we've seen recently, these big sell-offs can quickly be followed by big rebounds. And just keep in mind, we're up 900 points over the last 2 weeks. You know, 200, 300, 400 point retrace to backfill the charts is not such a bad thing, especially when we continue to see stocks popping all over the place. And like I said in the chat room going into the close, as we were hitting the lows in the market, there was a lot of strength in a lot of small cap stocks. Now, it's not reflected in the Russell Index that got its ass handed to it today, but the indices, there's a lot of noise in the indices right now, and there's a lot of strengths in stocks. This is a stock picker's market right now, which is perfect for us. So let's see how tomorrow goes. Let's see how they snap us back and what news they do manufacture that, you know, for us to bounce back. If not tomorrow, then definitely Monday. So if you've got any questions, email me, feedback@buysellshort.com or .net, and I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.